Hey everyone, John from ARTV. It's time for a review of the sophomore album by singer Foxes from the UK. This is called All I Need. It's the follow-up to 2014's Glorious, an album that I really enjoyed for the most part. I thought it had a lot of strong piano leads in there, some really solid vocals. I think she's very talented all around, and she had a good production team backing her. And once again, some of those elements are popping up, maybe not as in much of a rapid succession, but there are still some hits on this album. Body Talk was the first single that we got off of it last summer. Instantly fell in love. Nice little 80s disco groove in there, throwing in a really catchy chorus, a really good melody, and I see that bleeding out into some of these other tracks. She tried some different things here and went for some different styles. I'm really enjoying the track Better Love that she co-wrote with Dan from Bastille. Really solid song, and it really once again pushes that melody to the forefront and something that listeners can really dive into. Then on the other side of the spectrum, you've got songs that go for a little bit more of a glitchy and modern production style, like track number 4 on this thing, Cruel. Really fun song that took some time to grow on me. I've been listening to this album like off and on for a week. I've been so busy and consumed throughout the past week, but I have been throwing it on in the background, and I'm kind of glad that I let this one sink in, because at first I was feeling like tracks like Cruel and a few others, just all throughout this record, I was feeling a little bit towards it, and now that lukewarm feeling has radiated into something more positive, and I think that there are some really good songs. While it might not top Glorious for me, there definitely is a lot to enjoy here. You've got tracks that feel a little bit more basic, like If You Leave Me Now, which is your typical just reaching out, like, don't desert me in my time of need track. And then Devil's Side, which, yes, once again, has warmed up a bit for me, but at the same time, Devil's Side is another one of those ones that plays to more of a cliche rather than actually pushing for something new. Body Talk, Cruel, and then of course the amazing Scar, which is just a really nice addition and a nice take, I guess I should say, on the whole, I've been cut deep and I'm wearing this branded on me as a mark for the rest of my life type song. It's just really pushes the emotion, really sells it quite well, to be honest, and Feet Don't Fail Me Now, I think, comes in a similar vein. Not quite as emotional, but at the same time, really sells itself as something valuable, something that you're going to want to come back to for probably years to come, honestly, especially if you've enjoyed Fox's music in the past. Feet Don't Fail Me Now really didn't sweep me off my feet, I suppose, with the first handful of listens, but as time went on, I really started seeing how strong this song was, especially as those pianos sweep in, and towards the end of the track, really, the tempo just picks up, and I feel like Foxes gets so much more engaged as a vocalist, and it's really nice to see it just set off like that. The single Amazing doesn't do a ton for me. That was one of the ones that she was really hyping up on her Twitter and stuff like that before its release. I listened to it. It's got a nice little piano riff that it's built off of, but the keys don't really build up into anything all that spectacular in my opinion. And then unfortunately this album closes out on a couple of tracks that I'm just not that keen on, if I'm being quite frank. The track Money just feels like a replication of all of those cliches you've heard over the years, like your mom telling you, now son, money doesn't buy happiness, which is true, but at the same time, another song in that vein, was it really needed? On My Way feels like it's trying really hard to like close out and be a summation to this record, be like an end point, but it just feels like a bit of a slow-lit fuse that never really goes anywhere. Like when you see those cannon demonstrations, someone will light it and they'll be like, yes, we're seeing the Civil War reenactment, and then the fuse doesn't catch, and then you're just sitting there like waiting for it to happen, and it never does. Don't get me wrong, I mean, there are standout moments all throughout this LP, from the effervescent Wicked Love to the really catchy single Body Talk, which has been on repeat since last summer. Really good tune, and even to Cruel, which can get a little bit repetitive. I understand that the vocal manipulations might get old to some, and I think that that's a problem that I do have with that track. The more I listen to it, each time it comes on, I'm like, alright, yeah, really catchy, fun song, but then the beat just kind of keeps looping, and it never progresses as much as I guess I would have liked it to. Just a minor little complaint, I guess, that I have, but overall I do enjoy this album, especially the more it's set in with me, but I don't think it's quite on par with her debut, Glorious. Let me know what you guys are thinking though. Which album are you liking more? Me personally, All I Need by Foxes is getting a light 3.5. Let me know your thoughts on All I Need in the comment section down below, and while you're here, maybe smash that like button, subscribe to the channel because friends don't let friends go unsubscribed. If there's other albums you'd like to see me tackle, definitely sound off in the comment section. Other than that, I will see you guys very soon right here on ARTV.